Yeah, hey Jack, just update. This is how the ship's looking. I've added. Yeah, sorry, I've added some. I was just figuring out while I was floating along there. Some more sections. Put some blue lights in to give it a bit of a cool look, just to get an initial look at what it might look like, and it looks really kind of cool. So this is obviously the dark side, a bit harder to see what's going on, but I just sort of show you the lights. And so I was up to about this part, I done to about here yesterday. So I've added a lot more sections to it, and toyed with the thrusters. Haven't really finalised how it's going to look, but it, yeah, need to fill it in properly. I don't like how wide that section is. It's starting to look a bit boxy there, so I need to I think I need to give it a waist, sort of, like not that part there, but here, have it maybe just to change the shape a bit instead of a box. So yeah, now, yeah, so the bottom's just flat at the moment. Get to that later, I guess. Now, yeah, I put two large reactors in to see how the thrust went, and it was actually pretty nippy, but it is empty at the moment, so see how it goes when it fills up. Just had to put all this in to test out to see if the room here was airtight, and it wasn't, and I couldn't figure it out. I thought it was the glass, and I pulled it all apart, put it together, and again, and yeah, it just wouldn't work. And I found out it was a little block right back here that was just, it looked like it was covered in, but obviously it didn't give it airtightness, so I had to change it for a bigger block. Now it's all good, so we've got green lights on the air conditioner, so we've got, yeah, nice air. But anyway, that's nothing much really, but anyway, so this is, yeah, getting a lot bigger now. I'm not sure, I don't know what to do with the back end either, so I guess I'll figure that out. I'll try to do the waist. Yeah, I'm just still not sure what to do about it, but it's just like too much like a square, that part of it. So I need to change something. Sherry jumped in the game last night, and she would copy and paste another copy over there. She was fiddling with different parts as well, just to try and, throw ideas to me so I could figure out what I want to do and stuff like that. So that was good fun. And just when I was mucking around with things, I kind of thought, because I was showing Sherry the drills, and we're basically just saying, we don't really need that giant drill most of the time. It mines the hell out of things, but it's nearly too much. So, not really, I guess, but it's a lot. And so something like this, that'd hold 100,000 ore. That's pretty bloody good, actually. Like normally, if I'd not mined 100,000 iron out of an asteroid or something with this, I'd stop, I'd turn the machine off, and this can hold it. So I could basically just use maybe a few of these on board and to run out and mine. And then I started thinking, what if we had some drilling things come out of the ship? And I had an idea, but I'm not sure how it's going to work. So I was messing with, do you remember those old plastic snakes we used to get that linked together in segments? So we got this section here, and there we've got rotors, so then you just copy and paste more and more sections, and that would give it a massive angle of movement. And after you put like a whole bunch of those in a big row, you'd have, say, a basic vessel with so you wouldn't need so much thrust, and you wouldn't need any cargo capacity, because on a bigger scale these sections here would be able to feed ore through the system. So this is just a small scale model just to see how it would work. And so you could run conveyors through there and the ore. So anyway, so you've got a drill ship on the end, which wouldn't be much bigger than this. It'd just be like 3 drills in a triangle, or 4 in a square, or diamond shape, or whatever you wanted, to whatever it looks like. Yeah, whatever you want. But then it would, instead of holding the ore, it would just feed it through the conveyor system all the way back to the base, which might be connected to this larger ship. But then you have to work out where all this snaky body goes when you disconnect. Now you can rotor lock all these things, so like you could tuck it in somewhere and just rotor lock it so it wouldn't move anymore. But then I was thinking, if you had these arms here, instead of that, you could have a piston in that section, and that way it would do the same thing, but these arms, or even just there in the neck, and it would just extend out, so that part there would be 3 times as long. But then if you add 10 bits along, that then extends it, so the length of it might be inside your ship, say for example in this bit here, and then open up the doors below, the snake bit drops out, and then you extend all the arms, and then it just sort of grows out. You probably have to have, you have to fiddle with it to get the right length, because I'm not sure it would be long enough anyway, but it would be such a cool thing. Have this arm pop out and just snake wherever it wants. So the last bit would be basic. You wouldn't even need a cockpit, because you might even control it just with a camera and a remote control. Remove. You won't need this, you won't need this, you won't need batteries, because it'll all be powered by the ship. So it gets rid of that, gets rid of all these and all these, because you don't need any cargo capacity, because it all just feeds straight back into the ship. So it reduces it down to basically a couple of drills and some directional thrust, which won't have to be much at all. It might even just be one thruster in every direction, because there's no weight to it. So that would be poking out the end with the drills with just a couple of thrusters in each direction, and yeah, and all the ore would feed back through it into the main ship, I think. So I did it. I attached these just to see if it would work, and yeah, so it does. If I made a larger version, it would feed, because you need a larger version to feed the ore through here, because these rotors, they don't feed ore. But if we get an advanced rotor, this is the same size grid. But yeah, look at the size of it, it's just gigantic. So that basically means we have to make this snake section 3 times as big, which that's no problem. Could do that. But is it worth doing that, or is it better off going to like if we put a small one there and a large grid one there? It's only slightly bigger in that size there. I suppose it is a lot bigger in that dimension. Yeah, so they're the 2 different. So that's the large grid rotor that would be attached to that. So we can use small or large, it's not a problem. I don't want it to be too huge, it would defeat the purpose really. But I guess the purpose is to look cool, so we'll do that. Oops. Yeah, so that's just some idea I was thinking of. I haven't really progressed anywhere on that one yet, really. Anyway, have a think about that. See what you can come up with.